We were a bit late with the countdown anyway. So hopefully that goes there. And Gary's going to be monitoring comments. And check this out. Okay, we're ready to go. Here we go. Boom. There we go. We're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Harv. This is Gary.
Hi, I'm Gary.
And we are the Just Us League. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are joined by a special guest tonight, Matt from The Noise Next Door. How you doing, Matt?
I'm very good. I'm very Matt.
Yeah.
Very friend of the show, Matt.
We've had Matt on the show before, and we're really happy to have him back.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So thanks for coming in, guys. First things to do is if you are, whatever medium you are watching on, you might be watching on Facebook or on YouTube or on Twitch. If you haven't already, please do click the old subscribe button and join our flock of nerds as we bring content right into your faces with our live streams.
That's right.
Today's live stream. Go on, Hard. Did you?
I was going to say, if you are joining us, because we're still working out this multi-stream, drop us a comment just to let us know you're here. Say hi.
Let us know if we sound okay, if we look okay.
Oh God, whoops! I forgot something very important. A little bit of background music. There we go. There it is now. There it is. Enjoy.
Okay.
What are we talking about tonight? Tonight we are having, it's discussion night. Tonight we do watch-alongs on Tuesdays. Tonight is discussion, and tonight's discussion is the very, very hard question: is Star Wars actually good?
I brought this up. This is something I've been worried about for a little time now. I am a Star Wars fan. I would say I'm a fan. I go to the midnight screenings. I've always been a fan. I love Star Wars. But I had a thought the other day, is if something has more mediocre and bad content than it does good content, can it be good? And this is what we're going to be discussing today.
And the reason we brought Matt along is not only is he a Star Wars fan / nerd, is that he has recently, within the last 12 months, undergone the marathon of watching all the Star Wars films, right?
Yeah, that's right. Me and my buddy Tom from my comedy group, we basically did them all in what we assumed was the right order. There'll obviously be judgment, but we did it chronologically, as in the timeline of the actual people in the world.
So starting with...
So we started with episode 1, 2, 3...
You didn't play The Old Republic first?
Didn't do the series.
Okay, all right.
And then, a bit of Solo and Rogue Squadron. We got my Solo t-shirt on.
Oh, sweet! Are we a Solo fan? Clearly.
You would think, because of the t-shirt, but... it was very sweet. My girlfriend was like, "You like Star Wars? I got you this Solo T-shirt because of Harrison Ford." I'm like, actually, Harrison Ford.
Were they out of Indiana Jones T-shirts?
They were. Yeah, it was a more up to date gift shop, I think. Yeah.
I recently watched Empire Strikes Back, and I was stunned at what a beefcake Harrison Ford is in that. I love his jacket. I love his look. He's a stunning man.
Is it, toy little space trousers?
Toy little space trousers. I don't know what you mean by that.
His space trousers are very toit.
Oh yeah, they are. They're lovely.
I thought the toilet space trousers.
It's got the yellow scene going down.
You could do a number 1 or 2 in them.
Right, yeah. Presumably, if you just find yourself in space, then assume you can probably poop in your own clothes. Yeah. Because of science, it would be allowing for that.
That's right. Awesome.
Right. So, and Harv, it's fair to say, I probably am the least committed Star Wars fan out of the three of us. I think that's fair.
Probably. I've been a massive Star Wars fan since I was a wee kid, and clearly love the original trilogy. I think it's the strongest one, and there's been hits and misses along the way, and I've come out of theaters feeling one way and then watched some movies again and slightly swayed, and the whole thing, it's an interesting time to talk about it. Is it actually good right now? One of the things...
Okay, so let's... go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to jump into the first talking point. Favorite Star Wars movie?
It's going to be Empire Strikes Back, isn't it?
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is. It's Empire Strikes Back.
It's the best. It's the best one for me as well.
Yeah,
it's Empire Strikes Back, followed closely by the rest of the original trilogy, Rogue One, things like that. Matt, I can see a little bit like, what do you got there?
I've always been, so it's nice, but I've always been a Return of the Jedi kind of guy.
Really?
The thing is, people, I didn't know until I grew up that people hated the Ewoks. Like, because I was
Yeah.
a kid and I loved the Ewoks. Why wouldn't you? They're hilarious.
Yeah, a weirdest thing happened on. I just popped out for my allotted shopping time today. As I was walking past, there's a house down the road, very fancy. You can see in through the front windows, and it's like, oh, it's quite ornate. And right there in the middle of the wall is a framed painting of Wicket the Ewok, and it really made me go like, that doesn't mesh with everything. That's kind of it's a bit jarring. And I
Hey.
it could be because, maybe the person who did the original costumes now lives there in retirement and bliss. And look at the success. But
Like
yeah,
you say, it's
pretty-
a proper painting. It's not like a printed canvas. A painting.
No, absolutely.
Uh,
It's like an oil painting of a man and his dogs, but it was Wicket the Ewok.
Matthew Muffins in the Twitch comments says, one of the Ewoks used to live next door to me.
No way.
I'm assuming she didn't live on Endor.
Sure.
I'm imagining it's it
Maybe
was
the
one of
tree
the
in your
actors.
garden.
Yeah, just every time she left the house, a massive log would swing in.
Look,
Yeah.
I think I could. That's interesting. You love Return of the Jedi the best out of, well, not just the original trilogy, out of all of them. I thought Return of the Jedi for me starts amazingly well. It starts so well with Jabba's palace, escape from there, the Sarlacc pit, everything there, and then as soon as they kind of land on the forest moon of Endor and find the Ewoks, it just loses a little bit of steam for me.
You see, I think maybe because watched it when I was a kid, it had things that as a kid you're really into. First of all, like the speeder bikes, you're like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. They have
Yeah.
tree houses, and when you're a kid, you're really into tree houses. I'm like, look at this
Absolutely.
amazing tree house.
Jabba and his little
Yeah,
thing.
Stellacious
Stellacious Crumb.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, but without wanting to go into
Sure.
individual films, right? I think a good place to start, and a thing that will sort of prove why I'm posing this question, is we just go systematically through the films at the moment, and then we can move on to other content, and we say whether they were good or not. All right? There
Okay.
were what? So there's not 11 films, including Rogue One and Solo.
12 if you count the
Christmas
Star Wars
special.
holiday special.
Yeah, okay, we're not.
What Caravan of Courage, Ewok Adventure.
Oh,
Right.
and I guess we also would put Return to Endor in there.
Yeah.
Look, we can put all these in there, but I don't think it's going to help proving it's good.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
put all these in. It's fine. Okay.
What are you
let's
talking
just-
about? The Star Wars holiday special is canon, if not the best of all of
Right.
them. Right.
Yeah.
there
Okay,
was-
let's
The only
start
way
at
to
the
watch
beginning.
them, though. Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning. New Hope.
I knew
good
how.
film.
Yes. Oh, good.
Good film. Massively original for its time, right?
Yes.
It was a massive space opera. Had that been done before? The
Space
story
op-
had been done before. Famously, it's from a Japanese film. I'm sure you guys know which one it is.
Hidden
in the 90s.
Fortress.
Hidden Fortress. All right, so it was a rip-off. It was a rip-off.
Yeah, the Save the Princess storyline. Yeah.
But no one's going, oh, did you watch Star Wars? You haven't. Oh, have you seen Hidden Fortress? Oh, don't bother with Star Wars in.
But I mean, I have a friend, and he's taken me through. That's not bragging. I just do. I've got a friend, and he's shown me shot for shot. Well, those characters there. That's 3PO and R2D2, and it's like tall guy, little guy, and
Yes.
they're sort of. And as a shot for shot is almost exact. No, I don't want to say almost exactly the same. It's generously the same.
It is weird how A New Hope really follows essentially sidekicks for a long time before we kind of hit the main players.
Yeah, they really got their money's worth of footage of robots walking through a desert.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
In Tunisia.
But okay, if we're going through all the movies straight off, A New Hope, of course, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Good film. I'm all right with that. I'm cool, and it was doing something original. Empire Strikes Back. Best film. all right?
Obviously, I mean,
Best
what a,
film.
what a powerhouse of a sequel.
Okay, I'm going to make
Yeah.
notes of these, by the way. So I'm going to write a good column.
2-0 to Star
and-
Wars against
Right,
itself.
okay. Yeah, good. And what should I call the other one? Because I don't want to just say bad, but anything that's middling to bad, right? Because a middle is a middle, all right. It doesn't mean it's good. It's a middle. right?
Okay, light side, dark side, and force neutral.
I'm not. I'm just going. I'm going light side. and okay, fine. We will have grey, right? A grey Jedi, and okay, dark side. All right,
Matt,
So
just
so far
interestingly,
we've got
before we
two-
move on, because Return of the Jedi is your favourite original trilogy one, was there something about Empire Strikes Back that you were just like, nah, I'm not really feeling it?
I think maybe just on the simplest level, Empire Strikes Back, because it is like the darker one. Maybe because Return of the Jedi's got like sunny desert and then lovely green forest. It like makes my mind happier. Plus, it's all about like when it finally comes to the lightsaber fight at the end. That's my favorite lightsaber fight. It's the most epic because it's been building toward it for so long, and then when the music's whoa, he's just smashing away at his dad.
That's a lovely heck moment where he's just like,
exactly. It's not about talent; it's about hacking.
It's not about choreography. It's about just rage.
Yeah.
It's about Mark Hamill being told...
does Mark Hamill lunge. That man, he's got a great, proper old school fighting lunge. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone when you're fighting Luke, watch out. He looks like he's far away, but he can.
Yeah.
He's got another 3 inches on that lightsaber if he just pushes the button. That's how he gets you. Okay. Right, guys, we've got 2 in the light side. So we've gone Star Wars, we've gone Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I'm willing to put that in good.
Damn right.
Okay, that's in good. Right, we are currently 3-0. Right. Okay. Phantom Menace.
Absolute winner. Absolute winner. Next. Nothing wrong there. What are you talking about?
Okay, the problem I have with these, right, is for a start, I was 16. Okay, so I was easily impressed and hungry for new Star Wars content.
Oh, we all were.
So say again.
We all were.
Exactly. So we were all just nom 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 lightsabers, yay, lightsabers.
2 of them on one handle.
Damn right.
Yeah, Darth Maul is the best thing to come out of that original trilogy, hands down.
Okay, pound for pound, choreography-wise, best lightsaber fight
right,
you're going to find in the entire saga is Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul, and then Obi-Wan v Darth Maul at the end is insane. That's insanely good. And I love the point that George Lucas had made at the point there when he was asked, look, these guys are just coming out and kicking ass like we've never seen. He was like, well, you know what? Before, in the original trilogy, we've seen a young boy that's just learned how to be a Jedi, a half robot, half man, and an old Obi-Wan. This is the first time we get to see Jedis in their prime kicking ass.
Prime. Right, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But is it a good film? Now that's what I call pod racing.
Oh, God.
Yippee!
Yeah. Jar Jar, you know about, okay, we're sort of... Yeah, all right. You know about the Jar Jar theory, right?
Oh, that he's a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I have not heard this one.
Have you? Oh my God,
that's good.
Okay, now the character was hated, so he was all but written out, wasn't he? The prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
But the idea was, and they've got some footage that kind of proves it in a retcon way.
Yeah.
That he was going to be the main villain of the original trilogy, and he was going to come out and be the Sith Lord of the original trilogy, which would have been amazing.
He's gonna kick your ass.
Wow, the dark side. Oh my God, that would have been incredible, though, right?
It would have been bigger than the "I'm your father" twist. That's how you beat that. That's how you do that.
Exactly that. It would have been such a refreshing twist. There was no twist in the end, was there?
No, that's the thing about the prequel trilogy. That's the thing about any
I
prequel
assumed
movie.
he liked sand.
Yeah. Look, the unfortunate thing about Episode 1 is okay, fundamentally, Star Wars boils down. The reason the original trilogy works so well, the original story, is fundamentally Star Wars is about good versus evil, and they don't overcomplicate things. They keep that very simple. And as soon as they started branching out into other trilogies, other movies, they start adding in all this other shit that really clouds the simple message that is Star Wars.
Yeah, when you're watching a Star Wars film and you've got to like go, oh, and now the politics bit.
Yeah.
It's not a good
my
thing.
God, I can't believe we sat through that and enjoyed it. The whole trade negotiation.
Do you remember like everyone's faces in the cinema just like being so excited when the opening crawl came out for Episode 1? It's like the taxation of trade routes, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
it's not sexy.
Like, and a lot of looking back, like Jar Jar, you can obviously is been linked to being like a racist stereotype of Caribbean people, and they also had the Viceroy and his sidekick, which were like terribly Asian, you know, that horrible accent that they do as well.
And the lips that do this.
This is too much. Now there are 2 of them.
Yes.
there's someone's done an edit called the Phantom Edit.
Yes.
And they've edited the entire trilogy, original prequel trilogy, down to one film, right? And all that's left of Phantom Menace is the end lightsaber fight. Everything else is just in the opening crawl.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
amazing.
So I'm putting that one in the grey side, okay? Okay, I'm going to put that one in grey, right in the middle.
Because your pod races were cool as well, you know.
Pod races were okay, and it was Darth Maul. Darth Maul just elevated that.
I think this is a good example of like good elements do not make a great film.
Well,
Pod
this
Race
is
is an
something
amazing
I
action
wanna-
sequence, amazing lightsaber sequence. Duel of the Fates is one of the best soundtracks you'll find in
Yeah,
any of the Star Wars movies. Yet,
I will not.
Yeah, I
watch
wanna get
my
married to
people
it.
die. Oh my god, it's amazing. You are people gonna die? It's oh my god, it's brilliant. But okay, this is something I was going to touch on, and we'll kind of come back to it a bit. But is Star Wars good or a Jedi's cool? That's very, very, very different things.
I would harken back to the point I was just making before. Like the crux of Star Wars is good versus evil, and Jedi's are just an incidental range of characters we find in this universe. Much like how Dragon Ball is about the Dragon Balls, and we just happen to find these awesome Saiyans who are great fighters as well. You know,
How lucky for the cinematic sort of experience that we. It's about good and evil, but the good guys are martial artists with laser swords.
mate,
You know,
they're
it's-
not mutually exclusive. They're not mutually exclusive. Like there's no
Right.
rule that says if you have martial artists laser sword dudes, it can't be a good film.
No, absolutely. But I think that's why. Okay. Moving on. Phantom Menace, right, is gone in the middle column. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt,
Next,
I would love to
Attack of
hear
the Clones.
Matt. I would love
go
to
on.
hear your take on Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones. Matthew, you're up.
Attack of the Clones, which sort of far famously got 5-star in Empire when it first came out.
What?
I wonder how much they paid for that.
You're joking.
Yeah. And like since then, the chap who did it was like, yeah, I might have got a bit excited. Yeah, 5-star. Let's be honest. It's got me. I'm sure it's got its good points and bad points. But the worst moments of the entire anything ever to do with Star Wars, I would say, is the love scene talks between Hayden and Natalie. Bless them.
Yes. It's just the worst dialogue.
Yeah.
Why do you
Who
have-
stands there
I
in
love
like
you.
a leather dominatrix outfit going, I'm misleading you? What are you talking about? My feelings for you are my love feelings. And I love my feelings, but I can't trust my feelings.
I love you because.
He is just a stroppy teenager in that film. God, I hate Obi-Wan. He just keeps telling me what to do. And he's, I remember listening to a podcast years ago, and they were talking about that. And it called, and I think it's absolutely Hayden Christensen, the black hole of talent. Because not only does he have none, but he sucks it out of everyone around him. Now, in
He
hindsight, I don't
nullifies
think
the
that's
people
fair.
around him.
Exactly. I don't think that's fair because A, he was young, right? He was very young when he did this role. B, there were people telling him what to do and how to do it. And then saying to him,
Like a
"You
director."
did that the way exactly. You did that the way I want you to do it. Let's move on." So I don't think it's his fault.
I agree, yeah. And there's only so much you can do with certain dialogue, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but Attack of the Clones, like
Bad.
wildly. Yeah, I think I like Phantom Menace more than Attack of the Clones. What are the saving graces of Attack of the Clones? The Yoda fight.
Oh, I did love the Yoda fight.
That was, yeah, when you first saw that was crazy. That was
Like
cool.
But
the
that is
cinema
like
went
one-
nuts when he pulled
Yeah,
out the
that's like
lightsaber.
a minute in a 2.5 hour film. So, and that's not going to drag it out of bad.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm really trying.
But it
to,
was. I did love that. I never really got the buzz about Count Dooku.
Oh, the whole.
don't really-
They fucked up. What they should have done is like mirrored the original trilogy. Darth Vader is the Sith Lord all the way through episode 4, 5, 6. Darth Maul was awesome. Should have kept him episode 1,
Yeah.
2, and in 3, Anakin kills Darth Maul to take his place at Palpatine's side.
Amazing.
Set game match.
That's pretty strong. Yeah.
Well, game
Like,
set
I
match.
don't know what. So why? Like, dude, he had that bendy sword, didn't he? Like a banana.
It's
sword.
it harkens to a
Like
pistol
for
grip.
fencing.
Pistol grip rapier foil. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I liked there were certain cool things. Like I liked that they have like a big arena with monsters. Yeah, you want to fight some monsters in an arena? That's cool.
I hated that bit. And then all the Jedi jump in.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hated that.
The coolest bit of that was seen in the trailer when you saw a circle of Jedi kind of surrounded. That was the coolest bit about that.
Purple lightsaber, right? Mace Windu, purple lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Introduction of Jango Fett.
Oh god, we've touched on this, Gary, about how it's
touched on
really
this
funny how Tim Awera Morrison is one of New Zealand's favourite soap opera stars, and suddenly we're all in the cinema watching Star Wars, and he pops out going like, "G'day, eh? I'm a Jedi. I'm going to hunt down your Jedi, eh? Oh yeah, you want to make some clones of me? Go on."
It's my son, Boba.
Yeah.
Boba, get him a sausage. He looks hungry.
Matthew Muffin says here, really disappointed is young Anakin that seems to want to take over the universe, but Darth Vader never really gets empowered enough to do so.
Our dreams are always so far away.
Yeah. I did the one bit of dialogue that I thought was good was when it's Padme and Anakin talking, and she says he's describing a better way to rule, and she's like, "That's a dictatorship," and he just sort of smirks and goes, "If it works," and
to the camera.
Yeah. I thought that was like one kind of subtle bit of writing,
one line in the whole movie.
But nonetheless, that's in the dark.
Okay, it's not good. It's not good. Also,
No.
R2 flying? Fuck off. No, that's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. No. Up next, Revenge of the Sith.
I mean, like it's the best of a bad trilogy, isn't it?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I think Phantom Menace is the least worst.
Matt?
It's the fun. As time has gone by, I was like Revenge of the Sith was the best one. It it had the most amount of individual cool things. But actually, now fondly looking back at 1999's The Phantom Menace, you suddenly go, hey, say what you will about certain things, but like Matt and Jar Jar's quotable. I find myself quoting him and like doing his silly voice all the time. And Boss Nass, the Boss Nass. Like, if you've got a bunch of characters that even like 10, 20 years later, you're still like quoting, you're like, maybe they are pretty good.
Your Boss Nass sounds like a ringer for Shaggy.
Yeah, sure, that's fair. And then I'm like, well, yeah, and then Sebulba and Watto. Oh man, I'm remembering.
Okay, Qui-Gon Jinn was an awesome Jedi. I really love the character, and I understand why he had to go.
What was the character?
The character of Qui-Gon Jinn is your quintessential, what we all pictured as a Jedi. So we were kind of doing that fan art thing where we all project the Jedi we thought we would be when we were learning about Jedi, and Qui-Gon Jinn is that one. He's practical, he's wise, he's quick thinking, he's resourceful.
Yeah, he's cool, calm, and he just very subtly hits on Anakin's mum.
Yeah,
just the right amount.
Obi-Wan, I never told you, but slaves kind of do it for me. Anyway, we gotta get a hyperdrive.
Once again, I remember watching this thing years ago, and it was before the sequel trilogy, so it must have been 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. And it was people asking people to describe the characters of Star Wars.
Yes.
And the original trilogy, easy. He's wide-eyed, he's optimistic.
Yeah, the crux about this game was you weren't allowed to name what this person does.
Yeah.
Or what their position, their title is.
Yeah. So, and then, it was like, he's a rogue. He's do you know what I mean?
He's a scoundrel. He's plays by his own rules. He's happy-go-lucky. Yeah.
And then they got to the prequel characters, and they were like, he's stoic.
She's she cares about her people. She will put forward a bill to protect those. She'll do that in a second.
And I bring that up because when it comes to Revenge of the Sith, there are very few standout moments I remember. I remember the lava fight at the end. I've got the high ground, Anakin.
Which we never really got to the bottom of. Just like, what an arbitrary line at the time where he was just like, well, we've just fought everywhere on this lava planet full of death surrounding us, but I'm 2 meters higher, mate, so game over.
Anakin.
Don't be a fool! We've run out of
Your
light.
head's up my knees.
You can't jump left or right. It would have to be up.
Yeah.
But that is one of the only bits I remember from that film.
Do you remember? I love the
Oh, and
whole
Dooku.
opening, like super duper space pew 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 battle, and then there's General Grievous who's like,
Yeah. Did you ever see the
Okay.
Cartoon Network animated Clone Wars series?
The Samurai Jack inspired one.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
That
great.
was a great lead-in. It's set between Attack of the Clones and takes you right up to the start of Revenge of the Sith, and I think it's better than Episode 1 and 2 put together. It was
Right. So
good.
okay, because we're about halfway through. We're hoping to go through to about 9:30. Just so you know, guys, there's no real time limit, but we just thought an hour would be a
Yeah,
nice
we'll just
amount
keep it
of
nice
time.
and get it. Okay, so Revenge of the Sith. I'm putting it in the. It's okay.
Grey or dark?
Grey.
I would put it. Okay, that's two greys against the dark. I'm
No,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Attack of the
I-
Clones is dark.
But you two are always going to outvote me. You're always one up.
I would say it's quite a
on me.
light grey until the very end. No, which
Oh,
really
God, that's
really
awful.
kicks it in the
Oh.
dick.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me!
As far as Star Wars moments go, that's got to be one of the worst. That's got to be one of the worst moments in Star Wars.
Maybe it is worse than the love scene dialogue in the second one.
Oh, like I remember people
so
being uncomfortable in Attack of the Clones, going like, "This dialogue isn't good." But when Darth Vader went, "No," I visibly remember people putting their heads in their hands, just going, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
I remember like sniggering, being like,
You're laughing at it, not with it. Yeah.
"Yes." Well, you shouldn't even be laughing with it.
It's
You know, it's
arguably
not
it should
what
be
it
a
was
comedy
going
scene.
for.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Exactly. Okay. All right. So that brings us up to. I guess we're up to. Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Yes.
Force
If we're
Awakens.
just touching on the films, it is the films at the moment.
Yep.
So in terms of release, that's what we're doing. We're going release dates. Force Awakens. I loved Force Awakens. Absolutely, I still love it. I don't
loved
care.
it. I loved
don't
it.
care that it's a copy of A New Hope, which is a copy of the Lost Fortress.
I don't care that Force Awakens is a shot-by-shot remake of Hidden Fortress. I still loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and yeah, it's the most fun ever, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're just having so much
right?
fun.
Yeah.
And you know why?
Why?
Well, it's well made, but the main characters, your Rey and Finn, are having a good time. The thing is that, like, the first time, apart from maybe like sort of Luke in the first film, where you're following characters who are seeing it from the audience's eyes, going, "Oh my god, a spaceship! Oh my god, people with lightsabers! Oh wow, look at this cool thing!" And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it is cool. 'Cause
We
when-
do have
Well,
our
that's
Ghost
the
Rider
Millennium
Warner.
Falcon. That is cool.
Yeah,
It
rather
was-
than
and
people
it
going
was
like,
fun.
"Oh, another cool spaceship," then you're like, "Oh, he's not having fun, so I'm probably not having fun."
This is a lightsaber. It's the ancient weapon. It's a sword. It's a laser sword.
Yeah.
But being a Jedi is a hard life. No, it should be cool.
Oh my god.
See, it's a cool life. Yeah, yeah.
It is so much fun just from start to finish, just sitting
Yeah.
there, just that junkyard, the Millennium Falcon chase through Jakku space junkyard. That is beautiful.
Wiggity Lamb fam, yeah. And of course, I would say, well, one of the best villains and yet best characters in all of the Star Wars movies. The
Admiral-
baddie,
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yeah,
Oh really?
he's
No,
so
I-
interesting, Gary. He's so
I-
interesting.
I liked him more as each individual sequel trilogy went on. Someone said, here we go. Someone's made a very good point. They said Puppet Yoda. There we go. This was something that the prequel trilogy got wrong, obviously. Was
CGI
a lot
Yoda.
more CGI, wasn't it? And is Erom UK says Puppet Yoda was better than CGI Yoda.
Oh yeah.
Puppets rule, and actually that's what I loved about this one is it went back to the Henson workshop, the Jim Henson workshop of people
Yeah.
in rubber suits and stuff like that. Yoda sounds like Elmo though, and then there's different puppeteer. But that's something that this did. This series did real well. And once we touch on the Mandalorian, which we'll get in, it's something that does really, really well.
Okay,
Yeah.
Again, Force Awakens. Here's what the sequel trilogy did wrong. The prequel trilogy should have kept Darth Maul all the way through. The sequel trilogy should have had the reveal of Kylo Ren being Ben Solo in the second one. We should have got to know Kylo Ren as a villain, and then in whatever second one was going to be, that's the big mirroring reveal, the Luke, I am your father, Luke, I am Han Solo's son.
Yeah. Someone made a really good point.
Matt is... go on, Matt.
Well, I guess, you don't want to copy it exactly. Yes, because that was the thing. When Kylo very early on takes his helmet off, you're like, ooh, you're already seeing his face. That's cool. Now I'm not expecting things, like
blew his face load. Blew his face load too early, mate.
No, but I think that was why it was good, because when he blew his face load, you're instantly like, well, if they're going to show his face, what else is going to happen? That's normally a third film kind of a thing.
What did they have to back it up? They didn't have anything to back it up with now.
What I struggled with was this idea. Everyone's like, oh god, he's bloody powerful, isn't he, Kylo Ren? Oh, he's really, really powerful. And then he keeps not being powerful. Just throwing tantrums and losing. And I'm like, why is this guy a threat? Especially when Rey beat him. I mean, there is a Rey being OP thing going on as well.
Yeah.
Which didn't pan out in the end. I don't mind as long as there's a reason. You know what I mean? And there was a couple of nice moments. I loved the bit where she's captured and she mined
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig, the Stormtrooper. That's fun. That was really fun. But I thought hand-to-hand combat with... Oh, but then there was that great bit where he gets shot with the bowcaster.
He gets shot with the bowcaster, so he's been critically wounded. And we've just established earlier on in the movie when Chewie uses the bowcaster on a Stormtrooper, just like blows him away, lifts him off his feet. Kylo Ren just took one of those to the body, so that's why he's able to, he's slowed down and depowered enough to go for Finn and Rey to be able to hold their own against him.
Yeah,
Finn gets chopped up.
I think he's the best villain. He's got like a creepy whisper. He's got this emo thing going on, and also he's just that whole he loses a bit and he loses his temper. It just means he's unhinged.
Yeah,
and that's
okay.
good.
Yeah, I feel that.
If he's too cool all the time, it's like this guy's not going to mess up. Whereas this guy's mental.
Good point.
He's going to agree to anything. Oh God, no. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a liability.
He is.
Okay, Force Awakens, big dumb fun. Big dumb fun.
Yeah,
enjoyed
I'm up
it.
for that's going in good. So far we have got 5 on the light side, 2 in grey, 1 in the dark side.
Let us know in the comments if you think we've got it wrong.
Yeah. Is there anything we've got wrong? Are you checking Facebook comments?
No, you are, because remember last time I couldn't see them.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Remember I said how you're fielding these?
Yeah. I remember exactly.
Sweet.
All over it.
Yeah. This one's going to be the big divider. I think this is the most divisive movie. Last Jedi is the most divisive I think I've come across anyone.
And I want to point out, right, by saying, or by me posing the question, is Star Wars good? That's not saying you shouldn't like it and people shouldn't like it. You're allowed to like things that aren't necessarily good because of nostalgia and because of just personal, what it means to you. That's okay. It's just, we should also bear in mind, it might not be good. Just saying. I think it's worth pointing out.
You were a big Last Jedi fan, weren't you, Matt?
I'd say a good sort of, for the most part, I'm on the light side of it. I mean, I do think that probably the central plot, or one of the central plots of the slowest space chase in history was a weird one. The fact that they have the good guy spaceships being chased by the bad guy spaceships for the whole movie, it's a cool idea, I guess, that they're kind of slowly whittling them away and there's a plan overall. But what doesn't look interesting is spaceships going through space when nothing's going past. So it's a weird little thing. But it was so super slow and
it's like a car following another car, just going we're just going to follow until they run out of gas. And that's the awesome car chase we had. It's the logic of,
if you film a plane in the sky, it'll look like it's just floating in spot unless clouds are going by. Just the weirdest thing. So it's just more exciting. So it was the weirdest weird chase, and I never quite understood why Laura Dern doesn't just tell everyone what her plan is.
I don't understand why Laura Dern is not Admiral Ackbar.
This is the thing that I was not bothered by Princess Leia's Mary Poppins moment. That didn't bother me whatsoever. It's fine.
So
the thing, the casino bit, whatever. It's annoying. Fine. The thing that I hated was Laura Dern, and it's not her fault, but her character not being Admiral Akbar. This is something that we spoke about a lot after.
She was written to be not liked. Yeah, I said it. I said it. She was written to not be liked. All right.
I thought she was written. I just didn't care. It was not liked. I was just. I don't care. Who are you?
If she had been same character, Laura Dern, but just with giant eyes, would that have been it?
No, Matt's got it. Yeah, she needed bigger eyes. She needed bigger eyes.
She should have had
for me.
big Admiral Akbar eyes.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I'm still. You know what? I'm just hung up on Matt. You're an improviser. From an improv standpoint, you've got this great character right there. You've established in Return of the Jedi, Admiral Akbar. He's a fan favorite. Oh, we're going to get Princess Leia out of the action. He's earned a stripe. We're going to get Princess Leia out of the action. Oh, God, we need someone who's possibly a second in command. I wonder who could possibly have around here who could fill her boots. Maybe someone we know and love. Oh, Admiral Akbar? Oh, fuck him. Let's kill him off like that and bring on Laura Dern. Oh.
Yeah, and also what you've done there in my previous comments that, like, the Phantom Menace actually had loads of really great characters, like silly voices and stuff. When you're in these newer films, can you do an impression of any of the new characters?
Good point.
Not so much, right? Laura Dern, not as interesting as.
Give me a trap.
It's a trap.
Just before we carry on, Sarah in the Facebook comment, she writes in and asks, question for you guys: for someone watching them for the first time, episode order or release date order? Now, I would say, Sarah, watching this stream is a really bad way to go into watching film.
Whatever order we tell you, we fucked it up for you already.
And we have been spoiler galore. I'm so sorry about that. People in the other comments, consecutive release order or narrative order. What do you think?
I think in terms of when twists are revealed, you should watch it in original released order.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you already know that, that guy is a parent figure, then you might as well watch it in starting with episode 1 and go through.
If you could wipe your mind clean, and just plant and tell yourself you're about to go into a cinema to watch the marathon of Star Wars, would you watch it in release date order, or watch it in chronological?
I would go release date order. Now, if I hadn't seen them before, but the novelty of watching them, it's like watching Memento backwards. So that you then watch
it's the right way.
Order. Yeah, exactly that. So it's just that you have to have experienced it to enjoy watching it. Mafia Muffin says I did them chronologically. I don't know. I assume she means release dates. Whereas Eroom
UK.
Eroom UK says release order, which I think is probably the consensus amongst everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, while we're talking about things, I've totally forgot to include Matt's clip. Matt.
Do it now.
Matt's got a couple. Matt's got a Star Wars clip that he made. Matt, you make movies and shots in your spare time.
Kind of, yeah. In the comedy group, The Noise Next Door, that I'm in, we're all improvisers. So tends to be everything we make is just we improvise it on stage and it's gone. So I've got to make stuff that lasts a bit longer. So we do comedy sketches, and this was part of a series of sketches we did, basically called "How to Fail Being a Jedi." So that's what this clip is. It's
Here we go.
Something you shouldn't do. Yeah.
It's a short clip. Here we go. I'm going to roll it for you now. This is from Matt.
Woo! There is something jammed in there.
And we're back. Matt.
It was just an excuse to buy one of these as an adult.
Yeah. What have you got there? I can't see. It's beautiful. That is Luke's. Is that an Obi-Wan replica from Revenge of the Sith?
Oh, it is. It's the blue one. To be fair, that means it could either be Obi-Wan or Luke's.
No, that's Obi-Wan's.
There you go. Obi-Wan.
That's definitely Obi-Wan's.
You're an expert, sir. There you go.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's.
That's Obi-Wan's from Revenge of the Sith. Depending, looking at the quality, and it gets weathered down to a kind of like grey finish.
Guys, we are getting off track here. So we are up to what are we up to? Oh, so we're up to we've just done. Okay, so we've put
Last Jedi. We're talking about Last Jedi.
Oh, we got Last Jedi.
Did we? What did we say?
No, we're on it. We're on the Last Jedi.
We're on Last Jedi. thing about Last
Okay.
Jedi is it's I think standalone wise it's a beautiful movie. The cinematography is beautiful, the color palette is beautiful, the shots, if you look at them and take them out, they're pieces of art. Rian Johnson can make a movie. There's cool moments, but I actually read an article today talking about an editor that worked on The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and she confesses now that she felt icky editing The Last Jedi because she just felt she was undoing so much of The Force Awakens.
Right. I bet. Because Rian Johnson was just given carte blanche. Is that the term?
Pretty much.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, to just do what he wants. And it's like, what do you expect? Like, I heard a quote. I love it. It says, all 3 of the sequel trilogies of movies are better without the other 2. And I think that's absolutely right. Yeah, it's not a trilogy, is it? It's just 3 films.
Okay, scratch that. If you could just wipe your mind and just tell yourself to go, go watch Force Awakens. Just go watch that. Just go watch Last Jedi.
That sounds pretty
so
good. I could watch Luke milk that sea cow and drink it all day. Like, stuff like that I loved, because it was like, brilliant, once again, you caught me by surprise. What's he doing? Oh my gosh, he's pole vaulting. Yeah, I'm having a great time.
I'm going to put that in grey, because I just feel it's so polarising, it's unfair.
It must be somewhere in the middle.
It's the very definition of like a sort of in the middle movie, isn't it? The way that most people
Again, lots of awesome moments, like the ramming spaceship going to light speed to become a ram.
I
The
hated
fight.
that.
That was a perfect one. I hate it. I love it. Oh.
The fight in the
undermined
throne room
everything.
with Snoke, with Rey and Kylo teaming up against the throne room guards. That's
The flaming
awesome.
curtains.
It's the only film without a lightsaber battle.
It's got a lightsaber duel.
Yeah,
You mean?
there's no
They don't fight
lightsaber
each other.
hitting lightsaber though.
Ah, good point. Good
Except
point.
actually for Rogue One, but that's not a Star Wars film, is it? It's not called Star Wars Rogue One.
It's not a film, it's a story.
Okay. Last Jedi's right in the grey area.
Okay, which brings us on to now. This one is quite controversial as well. Rise of Skywalker. I enjoyed it at the cinema. Then I thought about it. Now I hate it.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I came out of the cinema going like, yeah, that was good. They fixed things. And now the more I think about it, I'm like, the whole thing's a bit of a mess. Matt, how'd you feel?
The mess thing is an issue because, like you were saying, Last Jedi and Force Awakens seem obviously made by different people with different ideas in mind, so that you're naturally going to have this kind of slightly messy thing. You're going to have a last season of Lost happening. So when I watched it, I definitely found parts of me going like, why and what? But then other points, I definitely did I shed a tear? I think I got wet in the eye at one point.
I think I tried to cry to make it worth it, but I just couldn't.
This is what Gary does at every movie he watches, by the way.
I cry a lot at films, so I was like, oh man, I better cry. The bit that I hated so was the kiss.
Really? I love the kiss.
It was so out of nowhere. It was so apropos of nothing.
Are you
It
what?
wasn't
Out
even-
of nowhere?
Yeah, they at no point were they romantically involved. They
I
were,
didn't
like,
see it as a
kindred
romantic
spirits.
kiss. I felt it as a
It
climax
was a
of their
French
bond.
nog. They were like, no, it was not. No, it was so inappropriate.
Matt, choose a side. Kiss
I
good or kiss
loved
bad.
it.
Yes!
I was like,
In your face, Gary Hate Kisser!
I hate kissing. Ugh.
it doesn't belong in a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Good Star Wars films for good Star Wars people. That's what I want.
Yes.
It should have ended in a handshake.
Yeah, I felt it was clearly I'm in the minority then. Let's go in the
So-
comments. I
Have,
feel
are you
the same
drinking a
about-
pint of gin and tonic?
What?
Are you drinking a pint of gin and tonic?
What? You're breaking up, mate. You're breaking up.
Are you?
I think you've
I
got
can't hear you. Sorry, mate. You're breaking up. We're going to just move on.
Okay.
Irom UK says they felt the same about the Rise of Skywalker. I just watched. I'm going to be a little bit more about it now because just before we recorded this, I was on a bit of a YouTube tangent and I got onto a video called "Why the Rise of Skywalker Was Terrible," and it was an hour-long 20 YouTube video just picking apart the Rise of
Oh,
Skywalker.
jeez.
It's just a bad story. It's badly written.
Look,
Great moment. I loved the Rey versus the TIE Fighter moment. all over
Yeah.
that. That was a bit more. I quite like the lightsaber battle on top of the. This is what I'm saying.
The big
I don't know
splashy
if-
one, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Star Wars is good or I like Jedi's. I think I like Jedi.
I think you
that's what it
found
is.
your answer, Gary.
Yeah, no, definitely. But what else is it that's good?
It's
Good point.
another one that will actually make I think that film better is if you haven't seen the Marvel Cinematic Universe, climaxing with Endgame, because like the bit at the end where all the spaceships turn up, you're like, oh, you just
right.
did Endgame.
Yeah.
You just
But-
did on
yeah.
your left.
The Endgame earned it, whereas this was a bit more like, wait, did you send a group text to the universe? How did that work?
It was a bit like Lando, do a whip round, would you, mate?
Yeah,
Get more ships than we've currently got. Yeah.
Still,
oh, you've done that.
when that
Is it-
happened
you-
and they played the theme,
Yeah.
it just played right up. I found myself going, yeah! And I was like, I'm doing this because I'm seeing lots of spaceships and they're playing the Star Wars theme, and I'm going, yeah!
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care. I don't
So
care. That's what I
Nickelodeon.
came to watch it for.
it's a bit Lord of the Rings, the Eagles. You're like, wait, you could have used them the whole time.
Yeah.
What?
Incidentally, I remember when they first started talking about Episode 7 and everyone was speculating what the villains would be, and I'd had for a long time on my mind of the second Death Star's gone, the Emperor's gone, but there still must be so much Empire out there. I thought, surely you could put together the big threat to be the remnant ships, the remnant Empire, just forming together to make this massive space fleet, this swarm that moves through the universe. And that's kind of what the final order was going to be, just this massive fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are the staff on all these Star Destroyers?
Well, I know, right? I'm like, look, I believe that lightsabers exist. I believe that, like, little robots and stuff. But wait a minute, who's building all of the spaceships in that bit?
Yeah.
You do. It's
Well,
funny
and
that.
this is the thing you forget as well is the rebellion are the rebellion. They're not the norm. They're not. Most people are quite happy with the way that the universe is being run. You know what I mean? They're kind of living in comfort quite happily, and they've got their jobs, and they're fine. And in the rebellion are the minority.
How's your Ewan
If it
doing?
works.
He got himself. If it works, yeah, I guess so.
They're like, yeah, it's fine.
Dear Mum, got myself job on Star Destroyer, working really well. Glad
Yeah.
it's keeping me away from my drinking. Or love you.
I'll write you next week. You won't, mate. You won't. All right. I think that's going in Dark Side. That is going in Dark Side.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm struggling right now to think of redeeming features for Rise
Yeah.
of Skywalker.
There's
Well,
not
after
many.
seeing it, the first thing I almost wanted to do was like, I'm going to watch that again because I'm not sure if I like. Did I enjoy
like
myself?
it.
Was basically it. Yeah.
Okay, this brings us up to we're on to the last two films now, and then we're going to touch on other IP. How are we doing for time? We've got about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Solo. That's just going in Dark Side, right? I'm not.
I mean,
no,
like-
sorry, Rogue One. Rogue One first. Rogue One first. If we're going chronological order, Rogue One first. I would put that in middle. I felt.
What?
Wait. Boring as hell. First two acts.
You hush.
Final act, brilliant. Boring as hell. First two acts.
No, mate. It's
So
a,
slow.
This is a war movie. This is a brilliant suicide mission war movie.
It's not a brilliant war movie. If it didn't say Star Wars, it would be a fine war movie with a brilliant final act.
But it does say Star Wars. Game, set, match.
Yeah. I really liked Ergo. What's her name?
Jyn Erso.
Urso. There we go. Yeah. I thought she was great. Really liked her. I
And,
liked Blind Monk.
Chirrut.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't think Big Gun had much of a character. His
Other Asian
main-
with Big Gun.
Other Asian with Big Gun. His main characteristic was he had a bigger gun than most people.
We're pals because we're both Asian. Thank you.
The robot was hilarious.
Oh, that's one of the best droids in the whole
It is.
franchise.
He
very
actually
strong.
had character. No, that's
Yes.
That's not fair. But he. What did you say, Matt?
Oh, it's very strong. Just a very strong character.
Yeah, he was brilliant. I could be tempted to put that in light side.
Oh, it's absolutely light side.
Matt.
Yeah, for me, it's one of the best ones. I'd say that, like,
Fine,
yeah,
that's
Return
fine.
of the Jedi and Force Awakens and Rogue One are the best Star Wars movies.
And
This was, by the way, what I came to after doing the watching every single one of
Yeah.
them back to back.
Yeah,
That was actually,
I will give you the sequel trilogy. I would happily trade the sequel trilogy or the prequel trilogy for Rogue One.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, I'll give you both of them.
Absolutely.
I'll give you both of them for Rogue One.
6 for 1. 6 for 1.
My final offer. Take it or leave it.
That bit of the this is Darth Vader at his badasses at the end of Rogue One. That is boss.
That is cool. But for me, the most with the Rebel fleet, Blue Squadron, Gold Squadron, Red Squadron, seeing these heroes from the Battle of Yavin, working with the rebellion, and it really again just highlights the desperate nature of everything they're doing. It's a suicide mission. Everyone that goes down to the Scarif, the planet, is they know they're going to die.
Yeah.
See, that's good. You're having fun, but also you're emotionally connected, Harv. It's a good film. That's like in terms of the overall.
Is that what's happening, Matt? Is that what I
think it was a good film.
Every UK writes in the comments. I find it hard to care about most of the characters in Rogue One.
Do you know one thing I think that might have helped was if they had sorry, what's Felicity Jones's character? The
Jyn
main
Chalet Girl.
Chalet Girl. If Chalet Girl had just been a bit more Chalet Girl and enjoyed herself, obviously she's got a lot on her shoulders. But if she had been a little bit like, ooh, spaceship, then maybe it would have been a bit more, you care about them.
She's quite
what are you saying, Matt?
At the beginning of the film,
go on.
isn't she?
Smile, Jyn. Might never happen.
Give you small love.
No, Rogue One. Definitely light side. It's amazing. It's
Okay,
great.
all right, we'll go right. We'll go light
Yeah.
side. We'll go light. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. I'll make that happen. Okay, Solo, Dark Side.
I mean,
right.
if only
okay,
one of
moving
us
on.
had a Solo T-shirt to start this conversation off.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It was so bad.
Solo.
It wasn't even bad. It was nothing.
Mate, I
at
wasn't
least-
bothered by it. I thought it was alright.
No, well, okay. My thing is, at least middle sequel film,
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. At least that made me angry. Do you know what I mean? Like at least it made me feel something. Solo, nothing. Absolute. And the fact that they felt obliged to answer every single question to do with Han Solo. Oh, so boring.
Yeah, you know why it belongs in the dark side column as well is because literally the film is really dark. I couldn't see what was happening. Sound like an old man, but I'm just like I literally am looking at half the movie going, turn on the lights. I can't see.
Right.
I don't know what's happening.
This prison cell's really dark. I can't see anything that's going on in there. I think there's a Wookiee in there. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You know,
So
Rogue
we-
One ends in a great big tropical beach fight. I'm like, yeah, I can see everything. It's great.
I think we're
In the
finding
middle of the day.
what palette appeals to you, Matt.
I think Rogue One might be the best film ever.
Are you serious? Right, guys.
Solo.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the movies. Okay, and that's
Yes.
that's 12 films, right? And we are currently 6 for 6. 6 in the light side,
Really?
3 in grey, 3 in dark.
Well, I guess we've got to take it on. What's the next content that comes out is The Mandalorian.
Is that the next content? There's the Clone Wars animated film, but I have animated series, but I haven't really watched much of that.
We haven't, obviously we haven't touched it's the expanded universe is out there. The Clone Wars animated CG series, the cartoon Clone Wars series.
Well, the cartoon Clone Wars series isn't canon anymore. The anime, the CG one is, but the 2D is no longer canon. Since
Really?
Disney. Yeah, since Disney bought LucasArts. That's no longer canon. There's a bunch of stuff that's no longer
If you
canon.
haven't seen the Cartoon Network Clone Wars series, do yourself a favor. Like they're short. You'll knock it out in 2 hours, and the series will
then
last
you
a bit
can
longer
watch
as well. But yeah, it's awesome. Also, just because Gary sent it to me here, the video games that the franchise has
Well,
spawned.
Knights of the Old Republic, brilliant. What, absolutely amazing. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. What's the Fallen Jedi, Fallen Order?
This
The
is
latest one.
The latest one's come out.
Yeah. Like all of those are great. The original IP is great. I played and completed in one night the other night Super Star Wars for the Super Nintendo. One of the best computer games of all time. I mean, it's not original content, but it's amazing. But I think the computer games do amazing world building that some of the films, have missed out.
If we were just
Yeah.
looking at the video games, like there are so many hits on that list, more than misses.
It's the wish fulfillment thing, you know, like some of these. Basically, you're all of a sudden in control of a Jedi, and a Jedi's never really that happy in the movies.
Yeah.
But you are, because you're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you made a flippity boo." So
That's the actual technical jargon there. In case you were wondering, it's a flippity boo.
Yeah. I sort of, I like it with the up and coming like Obi-Wan series. I'm hoping that he doesn't spend the whole time being too serious, and that he does kind of go like, "I'm having a great time. I can do a backflip."
No, but is that in the spirit of Obi-Wan? Just because we want to see him be lighthearted, that's not Obi-Wan?
Yeah, I guess I want to see someone enjoy being a Jedi.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
but
Anakin
the
killed all
games-
the younglings, so that's all done.
And then just as they get their training and they're getting good with it, then they
Yeah.
all turn a bit dark and it gets a bit serious.
Here are your skateboards, and here's a guy with a giant skateboard who's going to kill all of you with his giant skateboard. That's the way I saw it.
mean, I think the games. Do you know what I'm going to put for the games in general? I'm going to do a tick in the light box.
Right? Okay.
I think that's fair. And I'm not including because like Battlefront was terrible. There's a whole load of like bad stuff going on, but that's not original story. That's retelling or simulation or whatever. And I'm not. That's fine. For original story, I put a tick in the light box.
For like shot for shot, we're pretty much we're closer than I thought we were going to be on like the hits and the misses and the greys and everything. One thing I want to because we're running out of time here. One thing I want to mention, is Star Wars good? What defines something that's good? And I think it comes down to what it makes you feel and what it does for you. And one of the big things that Star Wars does not get enough credit for is the introduction of the concept of it gives us spirituality without religion. So the Force becomes this amazing metaphor that takes all the best things from world religions and just kind of boils it down to like good and bad, and that's very simple. It's simplified for us.
Mate, Force is in your chlamydia count in your blood. Remember? Remember, it's not spiritual. At all.
Shit! Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, forget everything I said. Yeah, Gary's
it's
right.
just about how much cliddy morally you've got in your blood.
That's right. It depends on how much Force you fucked and how safe you were.
Yeah. Without wearing a condom.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, actually, Matthew Muffins just said Mandalorian epic. Are you guys waiting up midnight till midnight for episode 5? So I think I'm up to date on the Mandalorian. Last one I watched was him and a lady going to a little village and defending.
Yeah, it's cool. Mandalorian does what I wish every other movie since the original trilogy did. It was just casually build on the world that's given to you already. Matt, have you seen The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I'm like three episodes deep, and yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's actually just really simple.
Yeah.
It's like in this episode, he's going to have to get from A to B, and he'll meet a couple of people on the way, have some fight. It's like, this is great.
Yeah.
This isn't hurting my brain at all.
In the first time we see in his ship, that's what bounty hunters do. They've got a bunch of their targets in carbonite. We know this because Boba Fett had it. And here he is.
Exactly, the world building things there. And also, hey, characters with fun accents. You've got they're all like all the people you don't really see, they're all voiced like Nick Nolte is the proper little guy on top of the two-legged frog.
Is he?
I wish they had done some prosthetics for Nick Nolte though, it's weird just
saving
Nick
some
Nolte
money
as he is,
And if it had been any other because it's Jon Favreau, isn't it, who's writing in directing each episode, I think, or it might just be the overall staff writer. But not anyone else, but it was so easy to take off the helmet at the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right?
So easily done.
But that's not the way. That's not the way. Jon Favreau has got the golden touch, man. Like Iron Man, Jon Favreau. Mandalorian, Favreau. Elf tries his hand at a Christmas movie, becomes an instant classic.
Lion King?
Did Jon Favreau...
Well played.
Was he Lion King?
Yeah. When you first see Yoda CGI, and you're like, something's wrong. Someone just stepped into my childhood and made it wrong. What the whole of the Lion King is, and that was Jon Favreau.
The live action one.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it all back. Just like the chlamydia Chlorians. God.
Retcon.
But do you know what? It gave him the it pushed him further into the door of Disney so that he could make the Mandalorian, I guess. So
there you go.
Worth it.
Anything else we wanted to touch on here?
So Mandalorian's gone into the light side. So I mean now, okay, we're going to start wrapping up now, guys. We are 8 for 6. So I think we have come to conclusion, and I don't want to make out that I was coming here to try and prove Star Wars was good. Don't want to do that at all. I like it, and I don't feel like I have to justify it. I love a Jedi, but I feel like we have proven through research that Star Wars is good.
It's good, and like it's one of those things that's very hard to qualify it because it's so ingrained in everyone's pop culture memory / it's always been there now. It's hard to kind of look at it objectively.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
it's like looking, it's like going, hey, is salad good? Is salad good?
Oh no! Oh,
I really liked this salad, but I didn't like that salad. But salad's always been there.
I don't think Star Wars is as vague as salad.
No, this is the perfect metaphor.
And on that note, I think we have come to a happy conclusion.
Oh, and thank you for sticking right to the end because you guys are in for a treat. I'm about to share one of Matt's other little clips that he made the other day, and I absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. We're gonna outro on it. This is Matt recreating Roy Schneider from Jaws.
Yeah. This is me and my girlfriend just killing time in quarantine.
Please do more of this. If you've seen Jaws, you'll know exactly what we're doing here. Check this out.
Slow ahead. I can do slow ahead. Coming down to chug some of this shit.
Mate, the intensity on your face on the pullback shot
Thanks, man. And
That's
do you know
really
why
good.
we have a shark costume?
from Eagle versus Shark.
You'd think no. The reason why we actually have matching couples shark costumes because we wanted to go to the premiere of the Meg, Jason Statham shark movie, but they never did. So my girlfriend brilliantly, she was like, "Let's get some shark costumes." She bought some. Then they never actually did a UK premiere, so we're just stuck with them until his next,
Dude.
I don't know, Fast and the Furious movie comes along. We're still gonna go dressed as sharks.
Fuck yeah, man.
Love it.
But we've made use of them since.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Matt. You are always a joy and always welcome, mate, to come in and chat all things nerdy with us.
What an honour! Yeah, if we can do a special, maybe hour just breaking the book Tales from Jabba's Palace, because I think we overlooked that just a little bit.
Would that go in the good or the bad?
Guys, thank you so much for watching along tonight. The next thing that we're going to be doing on Justice League TV is Tuesday night. We're going to be doing a watch-along of X-Men, Hugh Jackman's breakthrough role, the original X-Men, James Marsden, Patrick Stewart, X-Men, Halle Berry, and Darth Maul himself. All that.
Yep.
Check it out.
And Ray Park as
Ray
the
Park,
frog.
Darth Maul. Damn right. We will see you there 8:30 Tuesday night. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, and if you like tonight's episode, down here is a little donation button. During these hard times, we would love it if you'd buy us a drink. Think about it that way. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. Cheers.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys. Bye.